fundamentally, there are two types of constants in C. You have your primary constants and your secondary constants. In primary constants, you have integers, then you have floating points or real numbers or real constants, and then you have character constants. In your secondary constants, you have arrays, stacks, queues, linked lists, structures, unions. There are several more, but these are the secondary constants in C. Now, initially, we are going to restrict our discussion only to the primary constants. So, to construct these constants, we have certain rules. So, certain rules must be followed. So, let us first look at the rules to construct integer constants. Rule number one is it must have at least one digit. Rule number two is decimal point is not allowed. Rule number three is it can be either positive or negative. If you do not specify the sign, it's going to assume that the number is positive, just like in regular mathematical language. You cannot have commas, spaces, or any other special characters. So, for example, if you want to write 5,000, you just write 5000. If you try to write 5,000, this is not accepted in your C programming language. Now, the final rule is it's the range of the integer. So, that is what is the maximum value and what is the minimum value that you can assign to an integer. You see, there are some limitations when it comes to storage. So, to store an integer value in your computer, you would require 4 bytes of memory. Right? So, using 4 bytes of memory, the lowest value that you can represent is -2. So, this is the least value that you can represent in your computer, or more specifically, this is the least integer value that you can represent in your computer, assuming that integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. Of course, you have to remove the commas, that is just for explanation, and the largest value that you can put in your computer is 2147,483,647. So, that's the range. So, how this range came up using 4 bytes is something you will study in this course and also in the digital design course.